Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mohammed Aki, and the topic of my presentation is heart disease. So today we will discuss about heart disease, its factors and its predictions, means chances कि किसी person को heart disease के कितने chances हो सकते हैं. So let's move on. Introduction: the importance of understanding heart disease. Global burden. Heart disease is a leading cause of death worldwide, impacting millions of individuals. Means के वर्ल्ड मिलियंस ऑफ पेशेंट की हार्ट डिजीज़ की वजह से डेथ होती है. सो इसको स्टडी करना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट हो सकता है. सेफ्टी एक्शंस. So in this we will discuss that how to overcome heart disease. Like for example, if a patient has heart disease, so how we can overcome it. So before overcoming it, we need to study its factor, how this happens. So let's move on. The data overview. In this slide, we will discuss the dataset columns. Uh, For example, age, patient age in years, sex, patient gender, 1 for male or 0 for female. Chest pain. In this dataset, I have mentioned 4 types of chest pain, 0, 2, 3. And the last one is the target. 0 means no heart disease, 1 means heart disease happening, means present. So now, let's come on the main point, project goal. So what's the main goal of this presentation? Heart disease predictions means ke how many chances are there of getting heart disease to any person, to any patient. So let's study its predictions. We are starting from age. मतलब कि जैसे जैसे हम बड़े होते जाते हैं, so हमारा इम्यून सिस्टम वीक होता जाता है. सो इन दैट केस हार्ट डिजीज होना एक कॉमन बात हो सकती है. स्मोकिंग की वजह से ये होता है कि जो हमारा इनर सेटअप होता है वो वीकर हो जाता है. सो जब वो वीकर होगा तो हार्ट डिजीज के चांसेस ज़्यादा हो जाते हैं. मेडिकल हिस्ट्री में in medical history we will discuss about the patient genetic. For example, uh, uh, the disease, his family genetic or not. We also study about other diseases of a patient. For example, whether the patient have other diseases like kidney, lungs, etc. High blood pressure plays very important role in heart disease. So this is the pie chart of death rate by gender. Means के 60% males the death rate. Means के male death rate is more than female. Age group death rate. So in this chart we will discuss about के 0 to 10 के जो एज है उसकी डेथ कम हुई है, जबकि 71% से ज़्यादा एज के लोगों की ज़्यादा डेथ हुई है. Conclusion. So last we will discuss that what we have discussed in this presentation. First of all, we have studied heart disease, then its uh, then its factors, predictions, and thirdly we have discussed the data columns like graph, etc. So I have taken this dataset from Kaggle. So thank you very much for watching my presentation. Okay, Allah Hafiz. So this is the coding part of my dataset. First of all, I have import my dataset in Google Colab. So perform operation on it. So what is import Panda? Import Panda is a library. So we can easily import our dataset to perform operations on it. I have mentioned the first 5 rows of my dataset so that we can easily see the column name. In this I have removed the duplications and missing values and also mentioned the data type of my column. For example, age integer. So let's move on. In this through pie chart I have described the death rate by gender. Means 60% male death rate, whereas 40% female death rate. So this is the frequency distribution table of age column. This is of age column. So let's move on it. Uh, this I have found the mode of all the columns. Node age of all columns. This is the median of all the columns. So let's move on the graphs. So these are the graph of death rate by एज ग्रुप मीन्स के 0 से 10 तक सबसे कम एज की डेथ हुई है सबके 71 एज की सबसे ज़्यादा डेथ हुई है सो लेट्स मूव ऑन द डेटा सेट so now we are on our data set. I have taken this data set from Kaggle. We can easily see the column name. There are 10 to 12 columns. See these. On this dataset, I have performed operations, the ones which I have shown you. So now moving on presentation.